up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of No Plot All Filler.
And today we are having a fun little versus battle of One Piece strongest characters.
Shout out to the One Piece community.
We are big One Piece fans here.
Yes, sure are.
We are doing a pick 3 to protect you, and the 6 others are going to attack you. And the list of people we can go over real quick.
Who's on our list,
everyone
Isaac?
knows this is the full list of the characters that we're going over. Don't be mad if your favorite's not in here.
Yo,
we got
suck it up.
Akainu, the Lava Man. We got Whitebeard, Luffy,
The world's strongest
Kaido,
man.
world's strongest man. Kaido, world's strongest creature. Aokiji, Blackbeard, Shanks, Garp, and Dragon. And
So
we
repeat that
all
list
know.
one more time so we can all have them have their little sketchbooks out and so that they can compare and compete and do it with us.
Should I say it one more time?
Yeah, do it one more time
Oh, yeah,
for
we
him.
got Akainu, Whitebeard, Luffy, Kaido, Aokiji, Blackbeard, Shanks, Garp, and Dragon. And for those of you that are like, Dragon has no feats, I don't want to hear that. Just look at the story.
gonna
The
like
plot. Dragon has to be something. If he's fodder, look at everything we say. That's
Yeah,
it.
if it gets exposed that he's like nothing,
This just might not hit.
narratively,
That's fine.
Yeah.
narratively that makes
For
no
some
sense.
of
But
us.
Oda, I'm coming for Oda if he is not him. So, anyways, continue.
Yeah, so we're doing a pick 3. The rest, the other 6 are going to attack you. So you're picking your 3 that you think would fend off the other 6 the best and keep you safe because you ain't doing nothing. The 3 are going to protect you. So
You don't got no devil fruit power.
you don't have
You are
nothing.
certainly not a conqueror. You don't have any observation armor. All that stuff is gone.
Some
Like, you don't
random
have it. It's not
civilian.
there. You are literally you're the Moon Man Rider of One Piece universe.
Jeez.
Man, you just show up and you're there. And you're in a dangerous situation. And you need Saitama, aka one of these guys, to come save you. 3 of them actually, because that's how weak you are. You need 3 of them.
So I know Titus really wants to start it off.
Yeah, I want to start this off
so go
because
ahead.
because no matter why. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you my 3, and it's crazy because we were talking about it before. I said I ain't gonna tell you. We're gonna wait till we start filming. Isaac, he knows me too well. He's my brother. He said my whole list. He said I know exactly who you picked.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna
we
tell you
knew.
right now.
We
I
knew.
picked Luffy. You know, Gear 5.
5 Luffy.
Luffy, Dragon. I don't care. I don't want to hear it.
Controversial.
Dragon.
Controversial, yeah.
He's him. He's gonna be. He is all the above. And Shanks,
What do you have
red
to
hair
say
Shanks.
to the people that would
Wait,
say
we need to preface this by saying that these are prime Yonkos,
Yeah.
right?
Prime
everyone in their
versions,
prime.
yeah. Everyone in their
Yeah.
prime. Obviously, Luffy's not prime yet, but he's getting to a
It'd
level
be
that's insane.
current Luffy.
He's where he's at, current Luffy.
What do you have to
But-
say to the people that are like I said earlier, Dragon has no feats. Why are you picking Dragon? It doesn't make sense to pick Dragon when you have all these other people on this
Well,
list.
Just in
Speculation.
any story ever, regardless of One Piece or anything, whenever there's a person that inflicts fear in people, like even like the first time we saw Dragon, when Smoker was out here trying to snag Luffy, and he just comes up to Smoker and stops him, and you could see the fear on Smoker's face, like, what is the leader of the revolutionary doing here? Why is he in front of me? And then
And bro, just with that, at that point, Logias can't be stopped because Logias are just this
plus that,
fearsome, like, oh, their devil fruits are so broken you can't touch them, and then
Yep.
Dragon comes in, stops him,
touches him.
So
stops him.
yeah,
Exactly. So like in that times, who is this guy? And we didn't even know that. We didn't know that was Luffy's dad for hundreds of episodes. I feel like we didn't know who that was. Why is he helping Luffy? Oh, it's his father. No, he just narratively, he's the leader of the Revolutionary Army, the most dangerous man in the world. The world government wants to catch him more than anyone else. Any notorious, we're 1,100 episodes in, right? Or 11 chapters in. But like over 1,000 episodes in, and Kaido has been in it. Big Mom has been in it. We've seen Shanks. We've seen Whitebeard. World's strongest man, world's strongest creature. Have fleets. Have freaking people that are so strong on their crew. People that are a threat in a sense. Obviously, they have their own purposes. They're not directly opposing the world government like Dragon, but he's so notorious and sought after by the world
World's
government, by the
most
Agora
wanted
side.
man.
World's most wanted man. You think that man's not strong? You think that man's not broken? Also, we know Garp, and this is obviously just based off like all the surrounding pieces. Garp was presumably on par with Goldie Roger, who was the king of the pirates, and in my mind is top tier of the One Piece universe. Garp is he's a father, or Garp is his father, and Luffy's his son. We all know where Luffy's at right now, and what Luffy's gonna be. Usually in trends narratively, and maybe even in the parallel reality, things go as things go down, the progression in like ability and strength is always superior. So if Garp is Roger status, Dragon's probably above that. If Luffy's gonna end of story gonna be the greatest. I would assume that his father was something great, and we already know Garp was great. So obviously we don't have the evidence completely, but narratively it would make no sense for Dragon to be the head of the revolutionary army, opposing the world government, them actually seeing him as a threat and not being broken. And so that's why I choose him.
How do you think your team fares against like the rest of the people in this match? How do you think it goes when you have like an Akainu and a Kiji and like a Garp attacking your crew? What are they doing to stop
I
them?
think Shanks is stronger than all the admirals.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
Shanks is stronger than every by himself. And we've only seen what we've seen. I don't want to spoil. Y'all aren't caught up, but like Shanks, what he did to Green Bull,
Jeez.
that Wi-Fi hockey, bro, in like a 10-second span. How far away was he?
He
bro.
was not even on the island, bro. Like,
No, I'm sorry, Shanks. And even with in manga, we've seen with Luffy and stuff, like admirals are fighter compared to Yonkos, in my opinion. They're not weak. Obviously, they're strong, and Akainu might be on another level, but nah, bro. Even though Shanks showed up at Marineford to put his sword out and stop Akainu, they all backed off. You want to fight us? No, we don't. That's just Shanks' crew. That's just Shanks.
the supposed, I mean,
All of them are
supposed-
there. Keep in mind.
Yeah.
All of them are there. Kizaru, Akainu,
Aokiji,
Aokiji,
even,
the warlords, Mihawk, all the Mihawk walked away, said
Sengoku.
that's a whole different what do you say? That's a whole different matter
I
entirely or
agreed to
something.
fight Whitebeard
Yeah.
and his crew. Shanks is a matter entirely
Yeah,
different.
yeah, something like that. That's Shanks alone. I'm getting Luffy in his current state, Gear 5, what he's capable of. Maybe however long he's capable of it is a whole other thing. I get presumably Dragon has got to be stronger than Garp, in my opinion. So if that's the case, Prime Garp, Dragon's probably stronger, meaning he's probably stronger than Luffy currently. Around Shanks is not stronger than even Shanks because we don't even know where he's at. And we see with One Piece, the further you get into the story, the stronger the characters become. Or the characters that you've been introduced to or heard about are stronger than the ones you hear at the beginning. Crocodile's not as strong as Kaido. So it would make no sense in my mind for Dragon not to be significantly stronger than a lot of the characters that are on this list and him doing damage. I just genuinely think and I think Shanks alone could beat almost all the people on this list anyway. Like one-on-one, not to all.
Yeah, that's the
by
problem.
himself.
Is he beating them all when they're coming at him?
I think Shanks and Luffy right now could be all the admirals by themselves. Whitebeard would obviously be a struggle.
All the current admirals are like
Current admirals, I
the
guess.
OG3.
Yeah,
they could take out the OG3. Okay,
yeah, by themselves. I think so. And people, that's a very controversial take because people are like, "What?" But I don't know, man.
They don't disrespect Akainu is what people are saying. The Admiral fans are typing right now. Akainu, you're gonna say that they're
Akainu
Also, real
washing
quick,
them,
do
bro?
you see Whitebeard? Old man Whitebeard is doing that kind of. 2 years later, you can't progress. Look at Luffy.
I'm just
So
saying,
like,
Akainu's summoning meters and stuff.
I don't know, bro.
Like,
All I know is as soon as he saw, as soon as Whitebeard saw what Akainu did to Ace, he put Akainu out of commission for like 30 minutes. Boom! Like he came up,
Yeah.
Akainu was gone. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he did all this stuff." Maybe in the manga, like I know Whitebeard was more gruesome
He took
and
off
more
like half of
Yav's face or
Yeah,
whatever.
He was like,
But-
she's with half his face gone.
But it's just as much as just gone to the anime.
Yeah.
But what he did to Akainu in terms of putting him out of commission for a long period of time, to where Black
Bro had like stage 70 cancer too. Like,
and he was that's the
yeah,
thing, he wasn't
bro
even
was
prime
sickly.
Whitebeard.
not in his
So
prime.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Anyways, someone else can give their unless you want to combat me on something.
My only thing about Dragon is A, we don't know, so it's full speculation, and B, what I was saying earlier to you, it's like, is part of his most wanted man is like his knowledge. Like, is he kind of like a Nico Robin where they just hate him because of what he knows potentially? Like, I do think he is strong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because he has to have something to back it up. But like, is there a stage also that he just knows something that they don't want him to know,
I think
kind
he
of thing?
definitely could know something. I think the world's most wanted man, like the argument would be it comes from because his organization is 100% opposing
yeah.
the world
Yeah, but
government. and
is
the
that partly because
followers
of what the organization knows? Is
I
it
mean,
like something-
maybe. I mean, they don't. I don't know.
But if it
We
was
don't
strictly,
know,
if it was
but,
strict,
like,
if it was
Yeah, I don't
strictly
think
what
it's-
they know, couldn't they just blast it out through?
Yeah, I don't think
what's his
it's
name?
like anything that.
Vegapunk.
No, not Vegapunk, the goose guy that's always or the
Good News Morgan.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So it's like if you want to just get it out and you're able to avert, like get away from all the attacks that the world government has on you, there's a reason why they're not directly attacking you. You're the most wanted, but they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And like, look at
I'm not
Sabo.
saying that
I
they're
mean,
not strong.
no.
I think they have to have something to back it up. If he wasn't strong, they'd just walk all over him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's like they'll
but-
find him.
yeah.
Look what they did to O'Hara. Look
Yeah.
what they did. Like, yes, Robin got away, but like, I think they assumed that she was dead immediately, right? Because of the, didn't they?
So, well, no, she got like a wanted poster. Like,
Oh,
right
she
away.
did.
There was
Yeah,
one
no.
person that escaped O'Hara. They knew that, but
Yeah.
I think Dragon definitely knows a lot.
Oh, for sure.
I think
Yeah.
specifically,
I think that's something.
But-
I think it just speaks to part of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, he obviously has to have something to back it up.
so
It's
okay.
just speculation.
What do you think, Austin? Who
Wait,
are
who's
you
yours?
Oh,
choosing
so
to protect you?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
we
think
can't say on mine
if we're,
forever.
if we're going straight prime, I think we have to go Whitebeard.
Okay.
If we're in a prime, I can't not pick Luffy. I don't think. I think you have to pick Luffy.
Okay.
Okay.
And the last one, I think I'm gonna go Blackbeard.
Okay.
Oh.
I like his
Two Quake fruits.
Yeah, I mean,
Tremor.
Oh yeah.
I think well, because Whitebeard also is just crazy strong. I mean,
Right.
the dude literally, in his prime, is talked about being as strong as Goldie Roger.
I
which
mean,
is
some people-
king of the-
some people
or
say stronger,
Yeah. So I mean, if you're comparable to King of the Pirates, I mean, you're essentially as strong as the King of the Pirates. How do you not pick him when he's essentially the strongest person in the whole universe?
Right.
So, and then like we were talking about earlier too, the dude is literally 70 years old or whatever, and fighting off an entire army
Yeah.
by himself, single-handedly.
They handle.
So
yeah.
if we're talking about fighting off an entire thing, I'm gonna take him to fight off, 6 other people. He's fighting off the entire army,
Yeah.
and then I mean Luffy, of course. Where
why
it goes without saying.
why are you picking Luffy over Kaido, bro? What you mean?
I mean Luffy beats.
Ah!
So, by
So,
complete transitive property.
No,
Luffy
but that's
beat Kaido,
because that's
he's
just because Kaido was holding on.
There's all the
Oh,
there's all the
she
different
got-
arguments. Yes, I agree.
Naizuma.
But, I mean, he still beat him in the end of the day. So,
Mm.
and
Okay.
Blackbeard, I mean, he has the Quake fruit and his Darkness fruit. I mean, he technically beat Ace, which I think Ace was also one of the strongest in the universe.
Ace
And
was like that.
It's just
Yeah.
stronger than I feel like people give him credit
I
for.
agree. So I
And
think
his
No,
if
life
he
he's
was
not
he
beating
was
him-
thrown off by the darkness fruit. I believe.
Yeah,
One thing,
I think the
narratively, it honestly kind of like almost is like inconsistent. I feel like because he had conquerors, and I do not believe he didn't know how to use hockey. So I'm like, I feel like they had to do that. They had to get.
No, he
Ace.
definitely knew how to use hockey. It's confirmed in his light novel, but he didn't. He would have lost to Akainu, but he didn't like lose the fight.
No.
The only reason he died.
No,
like
not
that-
kind of.
No, I'm just saying the only
Yeah.
reason he died to him is because
Protecting
he
Luffy.
protected Luffy.
Yeah.
So
I
like
agree with
Ace is stronger than you think. A lot of people
Yeah.
like to hate and downplay, call him donut, whatever.
that. and
Ace
Blackbeard
is-
didn't
Honestly,
have
that's
and
so-
Blackbeard didn't even have the Quake fruit at that time, and he still beat Ace.
Well, that's
But
because he
his-
canceled out his
he
devil
can
fruit.
cancel out devil
And we
fruit.
didn't know about
That's
hockey
not-
till
But
like
I don't even.
post
I don't
time
even
skip.
think we've seen the full potential of the Darkness fruit.
We haven't.
So
And
I think it's even
been
stronger than a lot
I
of people
think.
think.
Yeah.
So
I think it's been stated to be the strongest Logia, but it has like the worst drawback with like taking double the damage you normally.
yeah,
do,
but
or
I
feeling
just
like
don't even think we've seen like a fraction of what that fruit
Yeah.
would do.
I hate Blackbeard.
So
man.
yeah,
I hate him too, but
fair.
if it's my life on the line and I have to pick who's going to protect me,
Man, I'll just get a lot of chop him up into bits. He can't do nothing.
Fair.
I think
I
he's
mean,
gonna, I think he
Wait,
also
can
has,
he
I think
activate
it's-
darkness fruit if the law puts a room? Because it's his room. Can he do anything?
I
there?
mean,
Yes.
Can he?
Yeah. He did. Law had his room like even
Did he in the anime?
in the fight. Yeah, his room was activated and he used his black vortex against Law.
In the room?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember.
Law's
that.
room was you can still use your devil.
I think
fruit.
Law can just do whatever he wants in the room as well. I think that's
What's
like-
Law can do more.
It's
than
it's
Well, yeah, but I'm
limited
just
to
saying-
like his medical knowledge. That's the only
Yeah.
downside of it. But like, yeah.
All right, anyways.
Okay,
Um,
so yeah,
yeah.
I think so I'm going Whitebeard, Luffy, and Blackbeard. I think I'm gonna honorable mention Garp just because in his prime.
Oh yeah, you said you were gonna pick Garb.
I
Oh, whoa! I just
switched up-
realized.
I switched up a little
He
bit.
said, "How can you not pick Garb, man?"
I switched up a little bit, but
But you know, Garp was
honorable
on par
mention
with
Garp,
Garp
yeah.
was on par with Goldie Roger too, and
Yeah.
actually he was the one that I feel like was more of a nemesis, seeming or like a they're actually in opposition.
yeah,
Like
He was the only man that caught him, man that was closest to catching him always. Like he was always there, a thorn in Roger's side, but they became like familiar. with
Yeah.
one another.
they respected each other, kind of thing.
Kind of like Whitebeard, but like not as
What
much.
do you
'cause,
think-
Like you're a pirate.
we think, yeah. So like, what happens when Prime Garp is coming after Whitebeard? You don't.
I think
and
Prime Garp,
Blackbeard.
I think Prime Garp versus Whitebeard
and Blackbeard,
Prime
though, like you. Let's say all 6 of them are coming, and you got Prime Garp, Prime Kaido, Prime Shanks all coming after Blackbeard, or especially Prime Garp and Shanks because they don't have devil fruits. So what is Blackbeard's gonna do to
like I
cancel
said,
out
I
the
don't.
devil
I mean, I think his darkness fruit. I don't know if hockey. What does hockey really fully do against that fruit? I don't know if we've seen.
We just know
fruit? We
that
don't.
hockey
All we
cancels
know
out
is that it
devil
cancels out devil
fruits.
fruits. It has never said anything about hockey.
Yeah. So I mean, it's speculation.
Right.
I think the Quake fruit is also obviously really broken. So it's like,
Facts.
Yeah.
so he can just earthquake and
He's got
I mean,
two Quakers.
you can't. Yeah, you
Literally
can't.
two just tremor fruits going at it. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
geez.
Shanks running up. I mean, you got to get through his whole
I
earthquakes
mean,
and stuff.
Off that Red movie, I know it wasn't canon, but Shanks
I mean,
speed blitz
yeah.
Kizaru
Yeah.
very fast.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All right, that's good. That's not a bad list, obviously.
I don't know if you can really. I don't think you can really go wrong.
Okay, what you got? What you
Kainu
got, Kev?
Koji. Just kidding.
What you got, Kev?
All right, I'm gonna go. This is pretty easy for me. I'm gonna go Luffy. I'm gonna go Garp, and I'm gonna go Shanks.
Oh,
I'm going for the meme crew. We're gonna have a good time.
the what
It's
crew?
gonna be the meme.
The meme crew.
We're gonna have a good time.
Okay.
So, why are you
Uh,
picking them?
I mean, Gear 5 Luffy, the hype culture around that before the episode dropped. So like I'm not there, so I don't know 100% what that does.
We don't know so much,
But
honestly.
I'll spoil you.
looks
sorry.
sweet. And then I think Prime Garp, I think it'd be I'm probably just picking these just to chill with them for a bit, keep me company while I'm getting defended.
Bro,
I think
what?
they're the
But wait, did you say Prime
Well-
Garp to chill with you while Shanks and Luffy are going at it?
That's
As if I feel like Prime Garp could beat current Luffy
Yeah,
potentially.
pretty close. It would be a fun.
I feel like Luffy's the one because Luffy don't got the endurance. He's got the strength, but like, can he last long? And how much damage is he doing in his 10 minutes that he has? Like Garp probably can go days. You might want Luffy sitting on the sideline watching you while he's eating some meat or something.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
I mean-
sorry. Keep going. No, I don't know why I said that. Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
anyways, listen.
But no,
Okay.
that's why
Why,
it's like
why you
the-
got
that's,
Shanks though?
that's
Why
why
you
it's
pick
like
Shanks
the-
though? Is for you? Is it more of a likability thing? That's why you're picking him, or is it more of like actual power?
I'm
you
going
think?
I'm going for likability. Like
Okay.
I'm chilling with these guys while they're defending me. you know?
Honestly, though,
and I'm not gonna sit with a Kainu and
if
just be
you're
like,
going based off likability, there's no reason not to pick Shanks, Luffy, and Garp. And honestly, if you could pick a fourth, Aokiji, because I feel like he's a chill. But everyone else, yeah, no.
I see what you did there.
Huh? Oh, yo, I didn't even mean that. That's a crazy thing. Because he's chill. Oh, okay. I see me out here.
If we're picking chill guys or chill admirals, we're picking Kizaru. The dude seems about as chill as you.
But he didn't make the list because he's water.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yo, catch up on the manga.
We
I'm playing.
we picked Dragon above.
I can't say that.
That's nuts.
Ah, shut up. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm done. Anyways, Isaac,
Yeah,
you got more?
I mean, I think
Yeah.
that team is going to stand against.
Everyone else?
Easy.
I don't
But
think- easy is a crazy word to use.
Well, here's the thing, though.
We're
You have
making
two
crazy
people that
comments
are
today.
hockey only. And I think that's a net positive when with a bunch of devil fruit people, especially if one person that can cancel out devil fruits. Hockey, according to Kaido, transcends all. And if you have two people that are masters at hockey and are insanely strong, one of them on par with King of the Pirates, one of them what's the word? Not not mentor,
you
but
got-
the opposite. Like
you got
a mentor.
Prime
Like he
Whitebeard,
was
who also
trained,
is
or not
like-
trained, but what is the word?
Whitebeard's the only one I'm worried about.
Shanks is under
That dude
Goldie
also
Roger. What
has
do you call it?
prime
Like,
hockey, and he's got a broken fruit.
like a student,
He-
essentially.
I think Whitebeard Prime has like his hockey is on par, like especially his Conqueror's hockey is on par.
Whitebeard probably is, yeah.
Yeah, so you have Whitebeard coming after you with a like insane hockey with a broken devil fruit.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know if his hockey is on par with Roger, only for the fact that if they could clash and Whitebeard still couldn't beat Roger with the Tremor Fruit plus hockey, not saying that he's significantly weaker or anything, but like
I give the edge to Garage.
I'd give it to Roger. I'd say
In
Roger's
hockey,
stronger.
Yeah, maybe a
Hockey,
little bit. Yeah.
I mean, but my thing is, if you have a broken devil fruit like that, and the other guy only has hockey, I would think if your hockey's crazy strong too, their hockey's way stronger because their hockey cancels out your devil fruit and your hockey. So I don't know. Though.
Yeah.
And if Garp is on par with
Oh,
him,
no.
I think Garp was stronger than Whitebeard. Everyone puts Whitebeard at the top. Like, a lot of people, even nowadays, I feel like the fandom is like switching because I feel like in the beginning it was probably Go Rogers clearly the strongest, which I still believe. But people, I think, are kind of
Yeah.
pivoting, saying Whitebeard is stronger than Roger. I
Because
think
the
I
transfer
think
market.
Prime Garp is stronger than Whitebeard. So like, I think two people are above Whitebeard. I put Whitebeard third on the list probably.
Okay.
My goal with this group is to wipe Blackbeard. That's it.
I
just take
just want
Blackbeard out.
Blackbeard gone, but he did
Yeah.
the aces unforgivable.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody's
We
gonna
done with
hate-
him.
Everybody's gonna hate me because I picked Blackbeard. I'm just trying to.
No,
I'm just trying to survive.
I want
over
to live,
here.
man.
I'm just trying to live. Come on.
Keep in mind though, this is what it is. It's these people are protecting you. So if you can't tell Dove Fruits, there's people with Dove Fruits on here. You're watching the Admirals.
Yeah.
You're watching that. So take kid of that. What is Akainu going to do without his magma putting holes in people? I'm playing. No, anyways. Isaac, what you
So
got?
goodness, I've been flip flopping in my brain this entire.
So it's not the
time.
three. It's not the three that you had originally.
It's pretty close. So I feel like in this list, I'm going straight utility and IQ.
Oh, okay.
We're talking utility. Aokiji's got to be on there. We're talking ice fruit. Dude's trying to protect me. Barrier of ice. Able to like constantly conjure like tsunamis of ice whenever he wants. No problem whatsoever.
You can just
Water's
run-
not a problem.
run
No one's
away
gonna
on
be
the-
able to
run
punch me
away
in
on
the
the
water.
ice.
I'm straight. I need that utility in my life to protect me. I
Mhm.
care about that. Luffy Gear 5, the ability to turn imagination into reality. I mean, we saw in one of the most recent episodes him turning his like boots into sandals because he thought of it, just because he wanted to fight in sandals. Insane. You haven't got there, but it's insane. He can rubberize anything he touches. So it's like I got ice plus rubber
Spoiler alert.
being able to protect me. I mean, if you watch One Piece, I mean, I feel like you're an exception not being caught up. A lot of like One Piece fans are probably caught up.
No, but a lot of us type
But-
fans have gotten people like them or other people into it. So a lot of them
Yeah,
are still
yeah.
new.
Yeah. So I'm no hate. It's just it is what it. So I got Rubber Man able to turn anything into rubber that he touches, protecting me. So I feel protected with those two people. And then we're
Each other.
talking
You need
IQ,
Need some
smart,
offense over here, though.
smart. I mean, are you kidding me? Aokiji is offense, being able to freeze people in an instant. Ice Age, bro. Are you kidding
Will
me?
it work like that against the people that they're facing though?
It's a hard list, but I feel
It won't
like
be another guy knew.
I feel like with his hockey plus ice, I feel like he's able to protect me, but then he's able to go all out.
He can
against
at least
someone.
create barriers.
Barriers.
To
protect
defend, yeah.
protect
I'm just
me
saying.
plus that. Goofy, I mean, he has advanced all types of
Yeah.
hockey.
Well, we need the third person.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
We
I need you to round out the list
So
here.
then this way we got our list and we can all go into the real debate.
IQ, I'm going Shanks. My thing is,
Can't be
I
mad
was
at you.
it was between Garp and Shanks the whole time. Boom, boom, boom. I think Garp will play too much, and I don't need that on my crew when I got a Luffy.
I didn't even
I-
think of that
I
aspect.
need-
Facts.
I need
Shanks
someone.
does not
I need
play.
someone that doesn't play games straight to the point, gonna do what needs to be done in the moment,
Yup.
not holding back.
Didn't think of
We
that.
got a Blackbeard who's reckless. He's like smart, planning things. In the moment, he's reckless, and he's gonna do like there's just like whatever he thinks is best in the moment, but it's not always. He's kind of like Luffy. He's kind of reckless, does whatever he wants in the
They
moment.
parallel each
But
other.
he is smart in the like prep time and
the
all that.
grand scheme of it all.
Yeah. So I feel like Shanks is going to be able to counter that pretty well. Like he's hockey. You're not going to cancel out. What Devil Fruit you cancel out? Can't cancel on me. He's too smart for him. His hockey, I think, is stronger. Shanks will be able to counter that.
Oh, for sure.
Goofy, crazy hockey. Devil Fruit is very useful to protecting me. Plus, I think is a good counter to most people on this list. Like Aokiji shoots his meteors at me. What you gonna do when I bounce that right back at you, homie? Like what? Like, and then Aokiji, I feel like it's pretty relative to Akainu, and Akainu is one of the strongest people on this list. I feel like my people are gonna do a good job of protecting me and fighting back at the same time. Plus, I have a General Shanks at the helm of it all, who's gonna like lead us and guide us. Shanks is him. I need that crew. I feel like I have a well-rounded crew with defense and offense against these characters. The strongest ops against me. I mean, we got Garp.
Whitebeard.
Blackbeard
I
is
said Whitebeard.
Whitebeard. Yeah,
Yeah,
Whitebeard.
that's Whitebeard.
Whitebeard is like high battle IQ. I don't think he's that smart, just like IQ. Like we haven't seen his IQ being
I think
like
he's-
that.
He was just a
So-
guy that wanted family.
Yeah,
he
he
didn't come
wanted
off like
one
someone
thing.
that's like.
So he's coming to attack me. I think Shanks is outsmarting him.
I think that's what holds Whitebeard back a little bit too. He's like, I mean, he's not a bad guy. He just wants family in his territory and stuff. He didn't aspire to be the king of the pirates. He could have been. He could have found it.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
the strongest man after it was supposed to be his era, right? Like, but he shared it. That's why they're Yonkos, right? Like, so yeah,
Yeah, that's just
his
like
will wouldn't even be in it that much, you know.
yeah.
to
I feel
attack
like
someone.
a lot of these people are beating a lot of these people on this list, and it just depends on how the fight will go. But I feel like I mean I have an idiot on my crew, Luffy, but he's like his abilities are so broken that it's like hard not to
You
pick
have
him.
an idiot,
But then I have
but when he
two-
has the will
Yeah.
to do something,
yeah,
Just
he'll
never stop.
if that's the
he won't
difference,
stop.
though.
Yeah,
If his purpose is to protect you, based off what we've seen, he will protect
him
you.
food. I gave him food before the fight. We're straight.
It's done, yeah.
That's my homie.
You
We're
just gave me
good.
your sob
We're
story, man.
locked in.
You
Bro,
said
I was locked in a cage for 35 years. I'm 20. Like, bro, protect me.
Dude, he needs a
Like-
he needs a Charmy on his crew. Just making him food. all
Real
the time.
talk,
He
bro.
just needs to-
Honestly.
I feel like
that's
Aokiji,
Sanji, bro.
I mean, yeah, but
I feel like Aokiji and Shanks are both smart, and like the devil,
Almost
the
spoiled
devil
whole
fruit,
pick.
the devil fruit with Aokiji, I think is so useful. I can't not pick him. I wanted to pick like Akainu because his devil fruit's so destructive and powerful, but I feel like I need a little bit of defense with the ability to attack at the same time. So that's why I picked my list. So how do we think our lists fare against each other? What are we thinking?
My thing is like with defense, like Luffy's a defense in himself. Because Luffy's ability to turn things to rubber, like homie would be lifting up things and like have it like whatever it is you throw it to bounce back at you. Like because of how broken Gear 5 is, he can do so many things that like the things that Aokiji
I
could
like
do
the-
to defend. Like Luffy could do that on his own, right? But like, is he gonna be the defense guy? Is he gonna think calculated like that?
I think Whitebeard is
Who
a defense
knows?
in himself too. He can just create giant fissures between like you and
But that's gonna be, but
Well,
it'll be
like-
destructive.
True.
How controlled is his tremor? How
Is it-
controlled is it to, or is it?
it seemed to be
is it
pretty
helping?
controlled.
Did it?
Yeah, I mean, he was creating like tsunamis perfectly to the island and everything, so he clearly has to be able to control it to some extent.
Yeah. I just think that hockey, like I got a hockey man on my crew, like Shanks, the swords, hockey man, like bro is canceling out devil fruits. I feel like pretty easy. I think Shanks is top tier in terms of hockey in the verse. And I feel like even with a broken devil fruit, you're not gonna be able to stop him like that.
And if Kaido's right in his statement, and this I forgot to say this, I don't know if I said this earlier or not, but like I know I said Goldie Roger is number one. I think, like with all things, usually the student surpasses the master. And I think
Mhm.
it's very possible that Shanks is stronger than Goldie Roger was in his prime. It's possible. It's his, but the only reason why I would say he's not. Well, no, I can't even say that because he's a conqueror, so we know his will is strong. So I would say the only reason why he wouldn't be is because his will might not be strong. Because what does he want? What is his purpose? What does he actually desire? Because he could have been spending all this time looking for the One Piece, but he's saying currently, just not chapters ago or episodes ago, it's now time to look for the One Piece.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like
Like what is
now it's
stopping
time.
him?
So it's like what
from
made you?
finding
What
it?
stopped you? But we also know
So
he wanted
serious.
Luffy to become something and to like come back
He
to him
did
so we
say
can meet
he-
back up.
He bet his arm on the future. Like we there's so much mystery behind the character of Shanks. I think
We
he does
don't
have
know.
he does have a strong will. There's no way he does.
He's a conqueror. He has to.
Yeah, 100%. I just think because he's a smart person, he's not a Luffy or a Garp that's gonna play around with
Yeah.
everyone. He's not a Goku.
Well, we
that's gonna
know
play
that
useful.
because what he did with
we
Ace.
saw it.
When Ace stepped up,
Yeah, he was
the
gonna
first thing he was
explode.
like, "What's your business? What you want?"
Yeah,
And then he's like, "Oh, Luffy, my brother talked about you." And he's like, "Oh," and he, his whole thing
Yeah.
turned like, "Oh yeah, come have a drink with us." Blah blah.
Yeah.
But like Luffy or Shanks does not play. Like he's always the guy. In the first arc, he got beat up by those mountain bandits. The guy was like, what, 6 million or 60 million like bounty at the time. Shanks had like $1 billion, but he didn't say nothing. He was humble about it. Guys dumps alcohol on him, mistreats him. The crew's laughing. Luffy's getting pissed. Why are you treating Shanks that way? That's not okay. You're a coward. You're a bum. How dare you? Shanks was him. We didn't even know it.
yep.
But Shanks was just like, I'm gonna let it go. It's not a big deal. Just let it go. It's fine. If he would have, if Ace would have been on his crew, what happened to Ace wouldn't have happened.
True.
Because he would have been like, just let it.
I mean,
roll
we
off-
also
roll
saw
off.
Shanks shut down Marineford.
Right. And then here's the thing. Shanks is like, I'm cool, go lucky, chill. I'm a good guy with good intentions. I'm obviously a pirate. I want to be free. I want to make my own decisions. I want to do what I want to do. But I'm like, you're not gonna mess with me.
Yeah.
As soon as you hurt someone that I care about, now it's over for you. You
I
can mention me
see.
all you want, and
Yeah.
go ahead.
I just feel like you were saying before, there's no way that they've been holding out on Shanks this long for him not to be stronger than most of the people on this.
And that's how I feel about Dragon
like,
too.
Dragon too. We've had the Emperors talked about like beginning of the time skip, even before the time skip, and we're seeing like him meet Emperor after Emperor, and we're not going to spoil too much, but it's like it seems like you're meeting stronger person after stronger person, and the next person you meet is even stronger. There's no way that he's been holding out just for Shanks to be like weaker than all of them. There's no way. He has to be like that. And the fact that even Kaido made the statement that hockey transcends all, Roger was able to sit at the top being a hockey man only, no devil fruit whatsoever. It's like all those statements make you think, okay, Shanks is kind of following in his footsteps. He has to be like that.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm not putting him on this list.
Yeah.
He has to be there. Roger isn't here, so Shanks is the one.
Yes.
Like I'm saying, like he is going to be like that. And if he isn't,
I just
you know,
realized.
whatever.
I just realized people are gonna be so tight of us. We didn't put Mihawk on this list.
Oh, I didn't even think about
We
it.
didn't put Mihawk on this list.
I didn't even think
no.
about
Me
it.
either.
You can make your own lists.
Yo,
And
we be
people
so
forgot.
tight. We didn't put Mihawk on this
Oh,
list. I was just thinking because
oh.
people are like there's an argument between Shanks and Mihawk, and this is something I will say we are a unified front on this. Shanks is watching Mihawk. Sorry, maybe it's not gonna be an easy fight. Maybe
I don't think
not-
it's easy,
but he's winning.
Mihawk's
for
winning.
sure.
I'm just winning.
Oh,
I was kidding, I was kidding.
Mihawk greater sword skill, Shanks stronger hockey. That's plain and simple for me.
I
I,
would
think
agree
it's
with
pretty
that.
easy.
But no, people will be like, oh, well, Mihawk, in order for him to be the world's greatest swordsman, for him to be as strong as this, he has to have hockey that's stronger. That's what people.
No, I think he's the world's greatest swordsman. Maybe like in an
Yeah.
actual just straight up sword fight. Maybe Mihawk's winning, but like if you put hockey into it, yeah, I think Shanks.
You can
wins.
say he beat the strongest swordsman at the time to become the strongest, but it's like they never said Shanks beat or Mihawk beat Shanks.
They
to
always
claim
say
that
they, like,
title.
would have-
They said that they would have duels that were legendary, that no one knew who was stronger. People say because he lost his arm, therefore he's weaker. Like those, it's pure headcanon. There's
Also, as if
there's
since
no
he-
official statements that have
Yeah.
been made for you to say this is a fact. It's pure headcanon in your head. Oh, because of this, Mihawk is that because you're glazing Mihawk.
right.
I'm just going narratively, like we've said this so many times before. Luffy was inspired by Shanks, and he's like continuing to go on his journey because of who Shanks was as a character. Zoro's been chasing after Mihawk because
Thank
he
you.
wants to be the world's strongest swordsman.
Thank
And
you.
he's chasing after him as a character. There's no way the person Luffy's been chasing after is weaker than the person, the second in command, Zoro's been chasing after this whole time. There's no way.
We know what people try-
Narratively speaking,
make
that's
sense.
dumb.
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. And he said, you'll surpass us one day. Or you think you'll surpass. You really think you'll surpass us? Yeah, I'm surpassing you. And people will be like, well, that's not his goal. His goal is to be king of the pirates like Goldie Roger. That's his goal. I'm like, no, his goal is to become king of the pirates, which is what Goldie Roger was. His goal, when he thinks of the perfect pirate, when he thinks of the pirate crew that he wants to emulate and be like, his goal is to be a pirate like Shanks, which is why when he met Usopp, he literally, quote unquote, stole Shanks's line about you're really going to use that. Like, if you don't, you better be prepared to use the gun. Or if you're going to use, I mean, it was a slingshot, but like he used the verbatim what Shanks said. That is his mentor. That is his like freaking
His reason for wanting to be a pirate is 100%
monument of like
Shanks.
piracy is Shanks for him.
It's not Roger. It's Shanks.
not
He
Roger.
wouldn't have been a pirate at all.
You know
if
how-
it weren't for Shanks.
You know how unlike affiliated with Roger he really was. Like, yes, he wants to be king of the pirates, but he didn't care. He knew Ace was the son of Goldie Roger. Yeah, that's his dad. He wasn't like, oh, Goldie Roger, the king of the pirates. I love him. I'm glazing him so hard. If he glazed anyone, it's Shanks.
Oh yeah.
He really honors and respects
Shanks was
him.
his idol.
He
Yeah.
wants to be
Hands down.
king of the pirates because he knew king of the pirates was better than just being a strong pirate.
Right.
That was it. I'm not just gonna be a pirate. I'm gonna be king because he wanted to be better than Ace and Sabo.
Yeah.
That was his whole thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. Like even when Rayleigh's testing him, like, what are you gonna do as the ruler of these seas? I want to be a ruler. That's
Yeah,
the freest
yeah.
person in the world. He's not thinking about I want to be Goldie Roger. That's not like
Yeah.
his true goal.
I think that people mistake his behavior and the parallels that people that knew Roger see in Luffy that he's
Yeah.
like Roger.
That he
Make
wanted
them
to be
think
him.
that he wants to
Yeah.
be Roger.
Maybe
He is
similar,
like
yeah,
Roger, and that he has attributes in his own self that people are familiar with, the ones that knew Roger, but that doesn't mean he is Roger. That doesn't mean that he wants Roger because that wasn't his.
His end goals aren't the same as Roger's. maybe.
Yeah, he wants to be king of pirates. He wants to find Laugh He wants to find the hidden treasure that Roger talked about. 100%. No one's negating that, but the pirate that he looked up to, the pirate that he wanted to emulate, the one that he wanted to surpass, is Shanks. But think about this.
Yeah.
Shanks was Roger's subordinate. So like there's a it's like a continuation of like
connections.
of power, or like greatness, So but like
I
no,
feel like
Shanks.
Shanks on this list for me was like necessary
I,
in
yeah.
terms of IQ and just based on that whole spiel, like hockey, strength, all of that.
Oh,
He has to be on this list.
See, I'm about to spoil because I'm saying another reason why I think Shanks is stronger than it is the current Roger of this era. I'm gonna spoil you, so don't get mad at me. I'm not gonna say what he did or who he did it to. I'll say what he did, but I'm not gonna say who he did it to or what happened. He literally has a move that is literally Roger's move, and it's so broken. He repeated it, and like I feel like that was them showing us that he could potentially be Roger. Like not be Roger, but like be
on
that
level.
guy. Because it's the exact same. I won't even say it because I won't spoil you.
Oh, I gotta
But
catch
y'all
up on
know if you're
600
caught up, huh?
episodes. I gotta watch 600 episodes.
I'm just saying, like Shanks. I'm telling you, he's probably that strong. Which is, and for me, I think Dragon is probably even stronger. So that's
tough
what
for me. That's tough. For me.
it's hard. It's hard, and I could be convinced one or the other. But those two are literally like for me the Mount Rushmore of One Piece characters, with Goldie Roger and Whitebeard up there. Like
Even that whole scene that you're talking about with Shanks, like the entirety of that scene, like seeing in the future, all of that are some feats like that we've never really seen. Seeing that
Right?
far,
Oh,
and it was
plus that
like
part.
the thing he
Oh.
was like thinking, and this is even more sport. He was thinking in his head, he's just like, is this attack that's about to come dangerous? Looks into the future. Yeah, it's too dangerous. Let me just pull out this move real quick. Stops
Yeah.
it, and the person he was fighting against was like utterly defeated with one attack.
Oh,
Like
and this
that-
person that he was fighting against is someone who, at this point in the story, you thought
pretty
was
strong.
potentially on
Yeah.
par with Shanks. You would have thought this person,
At least
if
on
he's not
par
on
with, like,
par,
Luffy.
he's getting close.
Buggy?
Close to Luffy at
Buggy.
least. At least close to Luffy.
Or well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Though. Well, it's like I don't want to say anything, but
It's like,
like,
at least close to Luffy
Yeah,
at
Lu-
that point. So whatever you think about Luffy, if you think Shanks is strong, whatever.
but where even where Luffy's at, you're thinking, okay, maybe he's
Yeah.
here. But then it's like, okay, maybe Shanks is even above them. And then another spoiler. Sorry, Kaido said there are certain people that actually could stand a chance against him. And the people on that list,
Literally the strongest. people in
Mihawk
the
wasn't
world.
on there, but the strongest people you could think of in One Piece were on that list. Shanks was on that list. And it was like Kaido said, these are the only ones, kind of the strongest creature in the world. Kaido, who people think is just some people like say like he's still stronger than Luffy. These are the people that would stand a chance against me. A one-armed man who only has hockey, and then obviously Goldie Roger, obviously Whitebeard, and the Rocks, obviously, but that was his. Oh, but anyways, you
All
know,
I'm saying is like
Yeah.
people want to down, and we're like going so hard into the Shanks like thing, but like
I know, but people hate. Some
people
people, yeah.
downplay the Shanks stop.
Mihawk was on the
Kaido-
list, by the way.
People stop or Shanks stop Kaido on the way to Marineford, and they're just like, it was just a discussion. Who in the world do you think Kaido is? If you watch all of One Piece,
He doesn't
if
care.
you're caught up and you think Kaido is the guy that's just like, oh, you made a good point. I'm gonna go back to my country.
Thanks, Shanks. Thanks for the tip. I'm gonna go back
Like,
to
they at
Wano.
least fought a little bit, and Shanks gave him enough like of a fear or whatever to be like, it's not worth fighting you to get to Whitebeard. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't Shanks beat him, it was to the point where it's like
It's not
it
worth
would
the effort.
take too much out of me to fight you, then make it to Whitebeard and go all out. Like they're downplaying Shanks. Oh no, it was just a talk. They talked and then Shanks would no. It says they fought. It literally says they fought, and then Kaido left and Shanks went to Marineford. How did they
And
literally
Shanks was
stated-
ready to throw
they said-
hands when he got to Marineford.
They literally said he was just fighting Kaido. How did he make it here so fast? I don't know. Maybe because Shanks is like that. Like, screw all the Shanks downplay. I'm so sick of this.
Because they want
crap.
Mihawk to be stronger. That's it.
Shanks is like that, and he deserves to be one of the people
Respected.
on this list for Titus and I. And that's
Oh,
it.
for sure. I want to hear anything you guys have to say about like your list. Like
Shanks
what
fought Kaido.
you heard, bro? That was in
before
Wano. That was
Marineford.
in
That was in
Marineford.
Marineford.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot!
Yeah,
When
so
he's
one
on
of the
the
Marines briefly stated it. It was during the
Oh,
whole thing, so
okay,
you probably
okay,
weren't thinking, like probably high
Yeah.
intensity thinking about Ace and like Luffy saving him. But one of the
Not a
Marines said
huge thing.
Shanks, and it was just stated so
Yeah.
nonchalantly
Yeah.
that Shanks was at a crossroads with Kaido, and that they were going at it. Or that there was like he intercepted Kaido coming. So Kaido was coming. I don't even know what would happen if Kaido showed up. But like this is
Jeez.
bro, Shanks. That's what I was saying. Like I'm not like trying to glaze Shanks. Like narratively, it doesn't make any sense for him to not be where I think he is mentally. Like, there's no way, you know.
All right, I gotta ask: do they show any of that fight?
No,
Oh,
One thing about Oda,
I don't.
there's a lot of off-screen feats he don't want to show nobody.
Because
I don't think
he always
necessarily it was
saves
a
it for
huge
later
fight.
though.
Well, no, oh no,
they
he
were
kills
saying-
it.
That's the thing.
Like
they
they
were
were
saying,
saying,
always
it's
saves
probably
Oda's an
just like
amazing
a-
storyteller.
They clash for a minute, and then they're like, this isn't worth like the.
But think
us
about,
killing each other, basically.
Oh
but guys, do you remember? Like, this is what we didn't know who
Anime's
Shanks. We didn't know who Shanks.
1,100 episodes. Like you throw in a little spice there, you know.
Right. But we
A
didn't
couple
even
extra
know.
episodes.
We didn't know who Shanks. We didn't know Shanks' true power. We knew he was a mentor to Luffy. We knew Luffy looked up to him and loved him. Right? We didn't, unless I'm mistaken, because I'm over 1,000 episodes in. When he showed up on Whitebeard's crew or on Whitebeard's ship, comes in and the boat itself is. We didn't know about hockey like that, right? Creaking, cracking, putting
It was
dents into it
presence.
because of his presence. He's walking down, knocking. You guys all need to go inside. Red hair here.
Yeah, all the new
They're
members.
falling down as he walks
Other
up
than,
to
like,
him.
the-
Other than like Marco and like the
Top
ones that are
runners, yeah.
stronger, the ones that can handle it. But I'm sure if he wanted to, he comes in, clashes with Whitebeard. Obviously, Whitebeard's on.
Splits the sky.
Splits
like
the sky,
Kaido and
Whitebeard.
Luffy did.
And let's not also like let's not disrespect Whitebeard. Even though he was old, he was still mad strong.
Yeah.
So it's just like he talks about the legendary duels between Mihawk and him, and like it's just like the fact that he had the confidence to come up to a person that everyone else in the world was still terrified of, regardless of whether he was at his prime or not. They were like, "I'm not messing with Whitebeard. We have to bring on all of our power. Those 7 warlords, the admirals, the fleet admiral, every person, all these men to come to just against Whitebeard's crew. That's it. That's it.
And it's
And
like
Shanks
his
comes up.
Fleet. It's like
It's full in
it's
his
like-
fleet. Yeah, it's fleet. That's what I
yeah.
mean. Yeah,
I mean, the fleet were kind of fodder, but his main crew weren't like that.
fleet won't do nothing. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like the fleet is fighting,
And then
against,
Mihawk
like,
struggling,
everyday
and then
Marines.
Mihawk
I was
struggling.
gonna say the fleet's fighting against the fodder of the Marines.
Yeah.
They're just the.
Yeah,
So
and
really,
then
they're the
Mihawk
Kobe's.
struggling.
Kobe's.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, but we gotta
They're
say
fighting
this
against the Kobe's.
for the Mihawk fans. Mihawk struggling against Vista, and then even clashing with Crocodile, who got watched by Luffy. But anyways, continue.
Mm.
Continue.
Mihawk slander.
Ah, no. I'm not, clearly, what makes me mad? I like Mihawk,
I did
and
too,
you
yeah.
fans make me not like Mihawk. I like Mihawk. Mihawk's so
I don't know
cold.
why they nerfed Mihawk during that whole fight that hard. I feel like he's way stronger than what they showed.
Oh, he
us
is.
before.
He is.
I feel like they nerfed him for some reason during that fight, and it made no sense.
I don't know, but then
He
people,
would have watched that.
the mental gymnastics people
Oh.
use though to like discredit like
It's coming at him. and just-
like narratively, narratively,
just
it doesn't
don't.
make sense that Mihawk is stronger than Shanks, but like
I'm not saying he's stronger, but he's
No, no, I'm
stronger
saying
than the dude he
unless-
fought at Marineford for sure.
The only thing, maybe Mihawk wasn't trying to like go full strength and kill him.
I mean,
That's
he
the
wouldn't even
only
have to kill him. He would have.
he was coming for Luffy.
True.
You could.
I think he was
he's-
testing Luffy. I don't think he went all out against Luffy.
I don't think he
For
was.
sure.
Oh, no, he definitely
No
didn't.
shot. It's just like we just don't know the full extent of his abilities because we've never seen him go all out. We've only seen him use a little butter knife against Zoro, and we saw him fight the people he
That's the
fought.
best. When he
We,
fights
we-
with-
That
we
was so
saw the people
disrespectful.
he
Oh.
fought in Marineford. So it's like we haven't seen the full extent, but that doesn't mean we can glaze him to the umph degree and be like, because we haven't seen him go all out, he's the strongest in the verse.
I mean,
People saying he's stronger than Gold Roger, Ryuma, all these legendary figures, no diff, based on nothing, pisses me off.
I
And
don't-
that makes me.
I
Oh,
think- I think
it's
he is
not-
very strong
It's not
because of the
nothing,
fact-
guys. He's the world's greatest swordsman.
And
No,
that,
I think
that's
the
what
fact
it
that
is.
No. He's the world's greatest swordsman.
I think the fact that there's like legendary clashes with Shanks clearly states that he's clearly strong.
Yeah,
Like he's
at least
unbelievably
I
strong.
could say he's relative weaker in hockey. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But they-
Strength,
even
whatever,
so,
hockey, not as strong.
even
That's my
so
take.
though, like these legendary battles were years ago. So both of them could have gotten stronger. One of them could have got way stronger than the other. Who knows? Mihawk might have
I'm
been like,
just saying he's crazy strong.
Oh,
In
for
University
sure.
of One Piece, he's definitely up there in
Oh,
strength levels for sure.
for sure. But then
Don't start saying he's the strongest ever. That's the junk that
No,
gets me tight.
that's crazy.
Because I'm
talk.
like, no, he's not.
no, that's crazy.
I don't know how
You-
we get there. That's what blows
How?
my mind.
And when you explain how he's the world's strongest swordsman, that's it.
And guess what?
Okay, bro.
And Kaido or not Kaido?
Wait, so
But
that doesn't even make sense.
Whitebeard was the
because-
world's strongest man.
he has
okay.
a black blade, bro.
So,
No one knows
so
how
if
we
he's,
got
if
it,
he's the
but-
strongest in, so I mean, narratively, you would think that Zoro's gonna become stronger than Mihawk
Yeah.
because he wants to take the title.
Right.
So he's gonna be like Zoro's gonna be like the strongest in the entire world then, narratively, essentially, if that's what you're saying.
Pretty
Honestly,
much.
That's crazy. That's not happening.
That wouldn't be surprised if they said that.
What?
That wouldn't be surprised if they said
People
that.
be like,
Man.
well, from the beginning, Zoro was the demon hunter and Luffy was just some
Dude,
dude in a
Zoro's
straw hat.
not gonna
All
be
right,
the
bro.
strongest.
Zoro was
in the
always strong.
universe.
Oh wait,
No.
you didn't know Zoro was always stronger than Luffy?
No.
Oh, you didn't know that? No, yeah, he's always gear
I'm just saying,
gear 20. Don't matter.
If you're
Have
saying
you seen Zoro?
if you're saying Mihawk is the strongest and Zoro is narratively going to become stronger than Mihawk, then you're saying Zoro's gonna be the strongest in the universe now. That's not happening.
Well, no, don't say Luffy will be stronger than that. It's just-
So Luffy is gonna be number 1 and Zoro's gonna be number 2.
I mean, honestly, probably though. To be honest,
Like maybe or Kobe
Maybe.
or Kobe.
or Kobe.
I think I can see Kobe being like number 2. I could see him being a Garp to Luffy's Roger.
a lot
I
of
could
people are
see it.
saying that.
I could see that.
The difference is they actually are friends. Like, I don't think Kobe's gonna
Whoa.
want to come for Luffy like that, like how Garp came for Roger. Because like he come because with Luffy helped him. Luffy like said, pursue your dreams. I got you. I'm rooting for you. We're on opposition sides, but like, because like, when he saw Luffy for the first time after Garp and like 'cause we didn't know that was
Kobe's
Kobe
like
at first.
that?
Huh?
He's like that?
He's gonna be.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're at.
I
bro.
think he's from
Whoa.
where you're at. I think he's just
Well, I mean, even when we're at in
sure.
the anime, he hasn't done anything
well,
crazy.
even pre-time skip, like you see, he got significantly.
oh yeah, remember
stronger.
that
Oh, yeah,
battle
yeah,
he had
yeah.
with Luffy? Like
yeah.
Luffy put work
when
on
they
him,
were
but,
back
like,
at Water
yeah.
7, like you saw, like
Oh,
he
yeah.
progressed like a lot
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that point.
He was a little wimp on Alvina's
And he's
ship.
being
I was gonna say,
trained. He's being
compared to where he
trained
starts
by
at.
Garp, the legendary hero,
He's being
like
trained by
on
Garp.
par with
That's
Roger.
true.
Like
That's true.
he's gonna get like.
We just think you would assume narratively he's going to be, and I mean
It's all
there
about
is some
narrative,
stuff in the
man.
manga too that you're like, okay,
Oh,
Kobe.
Misty-
Yeah, you better chill. Another, nah, you better chill.
But yeah, this is fun. It's tough because I feel like there's no right answer. with
I
any
do.
of
I think
these.
mine's the right answer.
I feel
My problem is you got.
I like
no
the-
matter who
this-
you pick, you still got 6.
See, this is
others.
what Austin was saying. That is a good point. It's like, okay, so I picked
You picked
Shanks,
3, but like,
Dragon,
you got 6
and
others
Luffy.
coming after you.
I do like the Akiji pick for support. Like that ice freezing up,
Yeah,
like
man.
getting any sort of like just a time stop basically, I think is huge. Having that AoE kind of like ability
like-
is
Yeah. Blackbeard and Whitebeard like throwing tsunamis at me with their quake fruit. What does that matter when I can freeze that? You know, I feel like that's
which
a
you did in
solid-
Marine Ford.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
that's a solid like counter to those. It's like it's at the end of the day it becomes like whose hockey is stronger, and we really don't know
What happens? What happens when Luffy grabs that quake, like grabs something and just like how we did with
Yeah, I
lightning.
mean,
I'm just saying,
yeah,
like,
Luffy's on my team, so like don't get it twisted.
right? But
You
I'm
know?
saying, like, if I'm for me,
my
if I'm
I
facing
think my
Whitebeard,
point
if
is-
I'm facing them and I can grab your Devil Fruit ability and just throw it back at you or do something
I
crazy
think my
like
point
that,
is I don't know if any 3 are beating the other 6.
that's what I'm saying. Is I do think so.
I'm not
I think
convinced.
Luffy, Shanks, and Dragon together could win it.
My thing is,
And
I-
it's not even saying beating them. It's like, could they protect me? Even if it's at a standstill, like, can they protect
I guess
me?
it depends on how you take this whole thing.
Could they,
and, like,
if
what you-
I
what, like,
if I
winning
remain
is.
alive after this
Yeah.
encounter, and are they all coming at the same time? Is they all coming at different missions? Like, I mean, obviously we can make a whole
feel
story
like
out
my
of it.
team, it's not just pure like strength. It's like they can actually protect me with their devil fruits.
And intelligence is smart too, because even like if you had a
Even turning-
Shikamaru, if we did this like we do the same
Yeah.
thing with in the Naruto verse, I don't care who's on my team. Shikamaru is one of them,
Probably.
just because how smart he is.
Yeah.
I'll get 2 really
True.
strong people, and then I'll pick Shikamaru. So
And
like,
he'll utilize those 2 strong people better than 3 strong people.
He'll know
You
what to
like,
do. yeah, so it is smart to have a smart person. It's good to have a smart person, which is why I have Shanks, and Dragon, because like you were saying earlier, you to almost a negative, you were saying like, what if it's just his mind? Okay, so I think he has the mind and the power. So if he has that mind and powers, like, and then you got Shanks, who's obviously clearly intelligent as well, and the only dummy we got is Luffy. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we all have Luffy, and Luffy's the only dumb one on the crew.
yeah, right.
Luffy's definitely the dumb one of the crew for
Like,
sure on here.
But he's so emotionally intelligent that he cares about me and my well-being so
Exactly.
much to where it's like it's okay.
To that,
Like-
that's just exactly. That's almost just as much as the intelligence, because it's like, okay, you have these people that are. He's not going to listen to Dragon or Shanks. Well, he might actually. Those are the people that he might listen to if he's going to listen to anyone. His father and
He might listen.
Shanks.
It's like him with his crew. He like listens initially, but once something happens that like he doesn't like, or like something happens to one of his crew, anything, it's like he goes off script instantly.
If I get like punched in the face, bro, it's raps.
Yeah.
Like Luffy's there.
Yeah,
Luffy
I
and
agree.
Shanks. Yeah. So
I mean,
okay, out of like the four of us, does anyone
Who
think
thinks has the best? Group?
yeah, who do you think has the best?
the one that would
wins?
actually have the standstill, or early, or win, or have like a standstill. Of
I think you have the best defense, but I don't think you're doing anything like fully offensively. I think
Okay.
your defense is sick, but like I think he's mostly. I think defense. I mean, I'm not saying that he can't bring something, but I think you're definitely probably surviving. But like, are you wiping the rest of the
That's
six?
the goal.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if they just keep coming forever,
But
like,
also
are you
think
gonna
of-
continuously?
if Aokiji is what you're speaking about with that defense.
yeah,
So what happens on the Kainu?
Well, my
That's what I'm
ice
saying.
is
You
turning. My
pushes-
ice is turning to rubber, bro.
yeah.
You get out in the middle of the ocean,
right.
and then you just
I'm
like
saying
push the
Aokiji,
other
though.
devil fruit users into the.
Oh wait,
You
I'm
just figure out
Aokiji and
a-
Luffy. My ice is turning to rubber. Akainu, when he like
so you're
Brian's
saying
the-
That's
Luffy's
kinda
turn
broken.
in your eyes.
See, but
Yeah.
Blackbeard is just negating that power.
Well, that's my thing is I don't think I need an Aokiji because I already have Luffy, because he can create my defense.
Yeah. But I'm just
And
saying,
you guys don't know Gear 5 like that, but like,
I
what's
mean, I
the
know most of
like?
it, but
I'm
yeah.
saying like with Luffy, it's
But
just
is-
like,
is
oh, let me
Black-
just
is
rip the
Blackbeard gonna be
ground
able-
from the floor and
is
put a
Blackbeard
barrier.
going to be able to negate Aokiji if I have him on my team here?
it's like probably. But my thing is, whose hockey is stronger? I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
Based on what we've seen,
I would-
I think
we
picked
haven't
I would
Blackbeard
assume
to
seen-
negate
Aokiji.
Devil
I would
Fruit.
assume Aokiji.
we haven't seen barely any
right.
hockey
Yeah.
feats from
Plus,
Blackbeard.
what defense is any Devil Fruit going to do against Blackbeard?
That's what I picked. That's why I kind of picked him, is because he can negate Devil Fruit.
Unless it's hockey.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's
But
hockey, but
he
he can
does.
negate.
He does have
he
to be
can-
touching you, though. I'm pretty sure for
I
it
thought
to
it was
actually
just
work.
like the.
He didn't touch Ace, did he?
I don't think
He
so.
uses Black Vortex to suck him in, grabbed him, and from that point, he's like, "Why am I not able to use my?"
Oh, is that what happened?
So
Okay,
he
maybe
has
I
to
was wrong.
touch me. I don't think he like cancels out your Devil Fruit just from like
Can he cancel it while he's sucking you though?
he can no, but he can't absorb anything into his black hole though. So like,
Anything.
anything can be absorbed into his black hole.
So
So
boom, it's over.
Yeah, I think I picked that to negate like a Kainu.
But
I think.
and this might be in your favor for Aokiji if his hockey is superior to Blackbeard's, and he can cancel out
haven't
the
seen any hockey
if he
feats
can
from
cancel
Blackbeard.
out this is all speculative.
speculation
If he
from
can
my
cancel
head,
out the
but I
Devil
feel like
Fruit,
Blackbeard does have crazy hockey. That's
I mean,
completely
narratively-
we saw him use it for the first time.
narratively he should, but all we know is he has basic armament. That's all
No,
we know.
I know that. I'm just saying in my head though, I feel like he has to have.
he should.
I'm not gonna lie.
right?
I think Blackbeard is obviously strong, clearly. Yeah,
Has
he
to
stole
be.
these abilities. I would not be surprised if his hockey wasn't that intense, and he just won off hacks of like stealing these things.
Everyone on his crew has like a broken Devil Fruit.
Devil Fruits.
Like every single one of
He
them has a
prioritizes
Fruit.
Devil Fruits, and I think that will be ultimately his downfall.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean,
I mean, look at like
feel
people on like
narratively-
look at the strongest people on Luffy's crew. They don't have Devil Fruits. The two strongest other than him
Yeah.
don't have Devil Fruits.
narratively, Blackbeard is like the counter, the polar opposite of Luffy. So I feel like their battle will be crazy, and I feel like Blackbeard has to like be like that. Narratively,
I think
speaking,
he will be. What it might not
based
be
on
hockey, it might not be
everything
thing.
we've seen. You know, it's like
I also don't
we've
think
seen more of Blackbeard than we've seen of like a Shanks and like a Dragon.
I just
to
like
where
I
we
said
can
earlier-
like
I
speak
said it
more on
earlier,
it.
I just don't think his darkness fruit is fully even close to like what you were going
Darkness
to say.
Fruit could be crazier.
But also, I'm wondering,
we
is
haven't
that
seen it.
really the case though? Because if that was the case, what was the purpose of even needing the Tremor if his darkness fruit is like more than enough? Like, or there's so much
why
more.
does any
there's
like,
so much more to
evil villain need
explore.
more power?
Right,
Just
but
'cause
like,
they-
why did they give it to them narratively? Is what I'm saying. Not even just like it's like if he needed that tremor or wanted that tremor so bad, it's like
I mean,
he doesn't
if
do
he's
it.
if he's gonna fight Luffy,
doesn't
I
do
mean,
it,
and
but his-
Luffy is
He thinks nothing of Luffy.
Yes,
In
but-
Dressrosa, he thought Luffy was fodder. He was like, he doesn't
And,
deserve. He doesn't deserve this.
in
fish
Jaya-
emperor
I'm not,
of the
who
ocean.
cares what he thinks?
well, in
This is-
Jaya,
We good. We
who cares
good.
what he thinks? But
in Jaya, he was
It doesn't
like,
matter.
No,
He
no, but
thinks.
does though in terms of why he would want something. If it was to fight Luffy in the future or fight someone else, it would be what he thinks. It'd be like, why do you
well,
think that you need this?
Blackbeard is the type where it's like he's smart, but he's not. He's like whatever I can do to progress my plan. Like he has an overarching plan, and I feel like it's to become a certain something. I'm not gonna say, but like I feel like he has a certain plan, and whatever he can do, whoever he can manipulate or turn in or deceive to get there, he will do. I feel like he's not thinking, how can I get certain abilities to counter other people's abilities, because he didn't even know Luffy had Gear 5 when he got the Quake or the Darkness or anything like that.
Way before.
So it wasn't to counter like
he got a
Luffy.
Marine Forge.
It was just like to
Luffy only had
become
Gear 2
strong.
or Gear 3.
But like he has a goal and he doesn't
That's what I'm saying. I don't
care
think
who he
it's
has to
necessarily
screw
like,
over to get to that goal.
I think he just wants to become stronger. Like that's just like you said, he has a goal, but like ultimately he just wants to keep becoming stronger.
I know, that's why I want to know.
Stronger.
I feel
But
like
like
I
the
know what his
darkness,
goal is.
the darkness,
But I'm not gonna say it because I
Yeah.
want
the
to spoil it.
darkness fruit was so broken, like to the point where, like, what was it? I get what you're saying, but it's also like, what is there to explore in it that you would like think? What else could there even be? Like,
I mean, I'm not saying it's like just absolutely
because what it
broken
is
beyond
enough. You know,
I'm not saying it's like broken beyond like you can't beat it. I'm just saying I think that there's more to it, and if he can like negate devil fruit somehow, I
Yeah.
feel like that's sick.
Well, that's
but
what
like
we
that
already
can't.
know.
But like other devil fruits are better for like just fighting in general than just negating like.
If he
like
can
an
touch
RPG.
you, it's a wrap if you have a devil fruit, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to be able to like suck them in with your black vortex and like capture them.
if you're hockey, can
Yeah,
block
but if
out.
he has like the
So
strongest
yeah,
like
exactly.
Logia, and then he has like one of the
Hockey's
strongest
strong.
Paramecias, and then like
Yeah.
is he
pretty
gonna get the
sure
strongest
Dragon has a
zone?
devil fruit. We don't know what it is, but I think he has one.
The only speculatory thing you can really say is when he
Wind.
saved Sabo, when he was like when he washed up on the shore, and I think it was like burning because the people burned it down for the Celestial Dragon's visit, and like a huge gust of wind blew over and like all the fire was gone, and like you saw Dragon on the ship. That's the only thing you
No,
could
even in
like hint.
even in
Oh, and yeah,
in
Logtown.
yeah, Logtown. There was another thing where it was like, I don't know if it was
True.
rain or if it was like wind as well. Or something
Yeah,
crazy. And it was
a
green
huge
too.
gust of wind.
It was
yeah.
like greenish, like type of like something. So it's like Dragon's colors. He hints. So think about this. Logtown is probably what? Is it early 2000s probably?
Yeah.
It's 2024, bro, and he still hasn't told us what his
Well,
ability is.
in Sky Island, a lot of people skipped it, and you shouldn't have. But they talked about like 4 gods: the sun god, the forest god, the what was it? The rain god. I don't know. There's like 4 of them. I don't remember all 4, but people speculate that Dragon potentially has one of them because Luffy has one of them. He's the sun god, and I'm like, if he does, cool. And like we have 2 strong people in the family, but people scale Dragon based on him having a god fruit, and I'm like, okay, well,
See, I don't even do that.
we can't do that. We can't say that. We
I
can
do it
say
totally based
we
off narrative.
expect him to be strong because of narrative and like the family lineage and the revolution. He's the head of the Revolutionary Army, where Sabo, where we know is like that, is the second in command.
Sabo
know?
came in without the fire. Oh, you already know this. Without having the devil fruit, Ace's devil fruit, taking his brother's
Right.
devil fruit. He came in before and washed in Dressrosa,
He's not a Dressrosa yet.
but he knows.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He already knows. But because I remember I was
Spoilers.
because he knew. I remember being mad. I was remember.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
convince. Oh, I know Sabo's dead. He was like, "No, I already know." I was like, "What do you mean you already know?" He knew. So, so
Are you talking about
anyways,
his fight with,
Internet's
the
undefeated.
wrestler dude. What's his name?
just everyone, bro. Everyone he wanted. It wasn't.
Oh, Jesus Burgess.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
on Blackbeard's crew.
Yeah.
But no, Sabo, he's like that. He's second in command of the Revolutionary Army. You're dumb. I'm sorry, but you are. You're dumb if you don't think Dragon's stronger than him. And Dragon's probably significantly stronger than him.
Yeah. I
She
think
was just
narratively
saying-
it has to be.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah.
and now he has a fire fruit, and he's going toe to toe with Fujitora. You can say Fujitora wasn't going all out, but like,
Fujitora is. I like him.
I mean, he washed Burgess pre him having a
free
whatever.
devil fruit.
But like he washed him no difficulty and then fought against an admiral, and admirals are supposed to be the strongest power in the Navy. So I was like, I mean,
And it wasn't like either of them were like pulling one over the other. It was very
you could say both of them were holding back.
exactly.
You can't even say Sabo was going all out because
No.
he didn't care to fight him. He just
No.
cared about. He's like, I know the revolutionary. I'm like explaining. I know they don't want me to fight, but I'm gonna protect my brother no matter
Right,
what. So
exactly.
it's like that's all he
Wasn't
cared
bro
about.
Sabo? Honestly, that's the only saving grace of killing Ace, and I'm not happy with that decision. And I still wish Ace was here because Ace was like, I told Isaac. I don't know if I've already said this on this podcast probably, but I told Isaac, if they kill him, I'm not watching this show anymore.
Sure did.
He did.
Me being
I-
all the way
yeah,
caught
you
up.
told me that.
I was.
I remember.
Like, we were like, how many episodes in? Whenever he got introduced in Alabasta right before, this guy's looking for Luffy. This guy in a trench coat. Why is this guy looking for Luffy? Who is this guy? And he goes, "That's my brother," because he was fighting Smoker. And he's like, "He's stronger than me. He's always been, even before he got the double foot or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, this guy's cool. He's so cool. He's dope." So I was like, immediately, if they kill this guy, I'm not watching anymore. We get to root for it. And I'm like, oh, the wax guy, number 3, gives him the wax key, gets him out. He's free. Oh, thank God. We thought he was going to die.
That's
We're
the bullet.
good. Woo, he comes out. He's got his power back. He's out here.
2 episodes later.
Yeah, literally the one where Ace dies.
2 episodes later, he's out.
All right, when I tell you, I was like, when I watch, I can't do this.
Titled Luffy distraught the loss of a brother. Something stupid.
No, I was. It was. I'm
Sometimes
still
these
distraught.
anime episode titles give
Don't-
too
don't
much
read
away.
Don't read them before you watch the episode.
It still hurts me, man. Especially when they like show flashbacks, and then right after they kill him, oh, here's all these flashbacks of their dreams and aspirations and their brotherhood and their
Oh,
bond.
The arc of them being kids is diabolical.
But yo, really, Oda? That's what we're
That
doing?
is diabolical.
Yeah, no, I hated that for sure. And I was like, I don't care about this third brother. I don't care about Sabo. Oh, he died too. Cool. This is amazing. And I was like, no, but I told Isaac this too. I feel like I'm pretty decent at predicting some stuff, and not because like it's still great that it's there, but I was like, this kid's he's not dead.
Yeah.
I was like,
He can't lose.
he's
Until
not
I
dead.
see a dead body, no one's.
I was like, he's not
That's
dead.
what TV has taught me.
I was
Unless
like, he's not
see
dead.
the body dead, you're not dead.
No, I was like, that man ain't dead. But no, Sabo's dope, and I'm really excited to see what happens in the future.
So I
Like,
feel like that puts
well, this-
Dragon stocks up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, I mean, I understand if you don't pick Dragon just because you don't know, but like just for me, it's like without question. And he's a D, and he's a monkey D, and Luffy is him, and Garp was him, and still is. I mean, Galaxy Impact, he's still him. So it's like, I'm sorry if you don't think Dragon is up there and narratively speaking. No, do we have the evidence that he actually did something? I'm talking to you, Larry. That I love the guy. I love that podcast. I'm not trying to roast him, but I'm saying it's like clearly he's someone, and his aspirations and his goals and his desires are very, very direct and specific. So, anyways, there's a whole other thing we'll talk about outside the podcast, but Dragon's clearly. I don't know if Dragon's. I think Dragon one-on-one could watch probably almost everyone on this list.
So Austin thinks I have the best defense. Who do you think out of all of us has the best offense? I think
Wait, who? So you have Shanks, Luffy, and Dragon.
Me? Yeah.
I feel like I can't say just because we don't know about Dragon. We can like speculate on how strong it could be, but I can't like put you above anyone else of the 3 of us because we just don't know about Dragon. We said Luffy and Shanks, sure. We just don't know. We can like he's going to be like that because we know
You just don't know what his power
When
is.
it gets released,
Yeah.
I am coming back to this and be
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
We just don't know what his
Absolutely.
power is.
yeah, but you can
So if it's,
assume.
like,
But you can assume.
You can't. You absolutely
But
can.
I'm just saying, like, you don't know if it's like a sick offense or like what. Like that's what he just asked.
It's.
You had Blackbeard.
If you were
had
to
Whitebeard,
assume,
and
no,
you had Luffy.
no, don't stop. If we're going to assume, what would you assume?
I mean, I would assume that he's strong. I think I said that
No,
earlier. in the podcast.
not strong though. Who
Yo,
do you think
but-
he potentially could most likely be? Would
do
you
you
put
mean?
him above a Whitebeard? Would you put him above an Aokiji? How strong do you think, speculatively, he is on this list?
Where I'm at, we're
You have no idea. I don't think. Do you?
Who would you think?
how long?
Isaac would. I want to know from Isaac the most. Speculatively, who do you think Dragon is stronger than? Because
I'm-
only in your own head, on what you would think,
Would you have
narratively,
anything?
everything put
So-
together.
My thing where I'm at 600 episodes in, the world hasn't really been affected by the Revolutionary Army
Yeah, not
from
at
what I've
all.
seen. So I'm like, what has this dude been doing for,
Fair question.
But
We
long time?
also know.
So is he just sitting in the shadows watching Luffy and like making sure he's good?
Every
like, is
arc
what's
that we
happening,
watch-
or-
That
every
is a
arc that we watch
fair
is-
question to
Okay,
ask.
Yes and no, because every arc we watch,
Luffy's out
based off
there
where you're at,
declaring war on the
every arc we
world
watch
government.
is solely
With, like,
focused
5
within the
people.
arc
No,
that
no,
we're
no,
in.
no, no, no. Okay, okay,
So
what
every arc we watch is solely focused within the arc that we're in. We don't know what's going on in the other kingdoms. We don't know what's going on in the other parts of the world. So we
True.
don't. But when it pans to Dragon, it says a revolutionary army, the world's strongest criminal, or not strongest criminal, the world's most wanted criminal. You've seen that part.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're saying that. So yes, we see what we see in what we're in, because when he's in Alabasta, he's in Alabasta. We don't know what's going on in Dressrosa. We don't know that what Doflamingo's doing. We don't know what Caesar's doing at Punk Hazard. We don't know what.
You find out the effect of the Revolutionary Army later on.
But I'm saying like, even we don't know about what all these things that just like we don't even know
It's in
about
the anime. You find out.
Crocodile taking over Alabasta and like framing the king and all these things that these people. We don't know any that's happening while we're in Arlong Park, but it's happened. It's happening. We don't know until Luffy gets there. Everything is through the Straw Hat Crew's perspective. So of course. You haven't heard about the Revolutionary
I will also
Army.
say like Luffy, like we love Luffy, but he's an idiot, and like he's freeing countries, doing amazing stuff, but it's because like he wanted to help a friend out, and he's doing stuff. The way he does it is always kind of not the smartest. I think Dragon's the complete opposite. I think he's very smart and calculated, and he's not just thinking about the person in the moment that I want to save. He's thinking about a business, an organization, a group of people that are fighting something bigger than like my friend,
ourselves, our family,
something bigger than ourselves, my friend that I don't want to lose that might have been lost along the way, but what we're fighting for is bigger. I think he's smarter than that. And it's like, okay, I'm building something that can actually withstand the world government, not just like a little 10-person crew that's like having a journey, having fun. I am building something that can actually oppose the world power, which is the world government. So he's smart and calculated, and it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. Like Luffy will go against the world government, getting Robin back against Enies Lobby and their people. Dumb choice, but he made it out, thankfully.
And his only purpose was to get Robin, though.
It was just to get Robin,
Yeah.
but I think Dragon could have done that, but he's like, I'm not going to like lose people on the way to do that when I can attack the higher ups by building up something greater. So I think that's a lot of why we haven't seen much. You do find out what they have done.
But we know he's been
in the
doing
anime,
stuff, yeah.
but like he definitely, you see the effect of the Revolutionary Army. Dragon is like that, but because of this list, and we haven't seen specific feats of
Okay,
Dragon.
sure. Speculatively, you can say that and then go with that, and that's fine because it's fair because we haven't seen it. What do you think, though? What do you?
What do I think?
How strong do you think he is? Just opinion, because obviously all this is opinion. We don't actually know. But narratively, based on how everything has gone with characters like Shanks that we've seen, Wi-Fi Hagi, all that stuff, if he's doing that, and we already knew Shanks was strong, Dragon hasn't even shown anything, where would you put him on the list? Speculatively, obviously, you get back to your
So,
thing.
Realistically, if Dragon isn't a top 5 character, then he's like a badly written character, in my opinion. Like he has to be. Like he has to be top 5. For all of this hype to see nothing, for him to be
Fodder.
a fodder character that's just like a smart figure behind the scenes, leading people like Sabo and others that are strong, even like even other people in the crew that are strong that you're seeing, for him to not be stronger than them and be top 5 in the verse, being the most wanted man in the world, it like ruins his character for me. So if he's not, and beat most of the people on this list, but if he's not like that, so speculatively, like your question, I think he has to be stronger than most of these people.
Narratively, yeah, of course.
Narratively, but based on what I've seen, because I don't know what his abilities are, I don't know how strong is Haki, because maybe like he's weaker in Conquerors, maybe he's weaker in Ryu, maybe he's weaker in Observation. I don't know, but like I can't gauge that, so I can't put him.
Insane.
It's probably insane because he's willing to fight against the world government.
Against the world government. That
But
man's Conqueror is insane.
I will say, based on what I've seen, in terms of like a strong attack force, I'd probably go Austin because he's got Blackbeard, Whitebeard, and Luffy. In terms of who I think has the strongest attack force, I think I have the strongest defense, and I think my people are going to
Who do you have
protect
again?
me.
I'd Garp, Shanks, and Luffy.
That's a good list.
That's a
too.
really good
like,
list.
that's a really good
I,
list.
I would take that.
You have the
attack force
2
over.
hockey men, so you don't even have to worry about the Devil Fruit aspect against Austin.
I would take
like,
that if attack force.
That's a good list.
I'm just here to white Blackbeard.
I'm taking my list though, for sure. Because of the speculative, like narratively, like I think Dragon is stronger than everyone on this list right now. I sure am. I sure am. But it's like we're all saying, yeah, speculation. Yes, we don't know, but it's like we do though. Like unless Iota throws a random 180, we know, we do. Like we know Dragon's gonna be him.
It would
Like we know
suck.
Dragon's probably stronger than everyone on this list because, like I said, I was trying to say earlier, with evolution, like this, with whatever sport, someone like where we're at, Michael Jordan,
I-
someone's gonna be better than him.
I'm not even. I'm playing
With-
mostly
with-
devil's
with-
advocate. I
with-
just don't know if I want to put my life.
with-
in
There's
speculation.
generational.
with Tom
talent,
Brady,
though. There's
people are already
generational
saying
talent.
that
There
Patrick
are-
Mahomes will be better than him. There's like what like,
Skill.
because people get better throughout time. So if Garp was on par with
Bronny's not as
Roger
good as LeBron.
and Dragon is his son,
bro.
Dragon's probably going. He's starting ahead,
That's-
and where
that's tough.
where his beginning process
Poor
even is ahead from where Garp was because he has Garp as a father, and we learn things about Dragon where things he's been involved with in his youth. So
This is
Ah,
I
think-
can't say because I'm behind. So.
all I'm saying is,
I-
Dragon, I think he's beating Akainu. He's beating Whitebeard. He's beating probably Luffy right now. He's beating Kaido. He's beating Aokiji. He's beating Blackbeard. He's potentially beating Shanks. That's the one that I'd be the most confused about. He's beating Garp. I genuinely think
I
this.
will say like
He's beating his dad.
when we met Sabo, I think like he learned like fighting styles from everyone in the Revolution, like the Fishman guy, whatever. But I think he learned hockey from Dragon.
I mean, they ended attack
I'm
from.
assuming he named an attack.
He ended
after it.
attack after
And the
Dragon.
attack is like finding the weak points within certain things. So when I think about like what Dragon and his hockey could be, I think that he's like so advanced with observation and like conquerors and this is all speculation and like armament that he's like able to see the weak point within a person even when armament and whatever is activated, because we see that with Sabo, who's like I assume to be weaker than Dragon, and he's like that. An attack named after him where he's targeting the weak spot. Like I think Dragon can target the weak spot within people based on that. It's
Right.
pure. I don't know for sure. That's a broken ability to be able to do that. He could be like that, but we don't know. So
Yeah.
I can't put Titus up there. So I think I have the greatest defense. I think Austin has the greatest attack based on what we actually know. But if Dragon is supposed to be what we want him to be, I'd put Titus probably at the top of the list. But I can't say that for sure. So based on what we know, I'm picking Austin.
Okay. For defense, it depends on Aokiji's hockey ability. I would pick you, but if like also I feel like you don't need Aokiji if you have Luffy for defense. But that's also will Luffy willingly be the defensive character, allowing Shanks and Dragon to be the offensive? I don't know.
Biggest problem.
That'd be the biggest difference.
Yeah.
But Aokiji, it's like his hockey's not strong enough. Akainu can just like melt his ice. So that's my only. And then Akainu technically beat Aokiji, but then even for me personally, I'm like, I feel like Aokiji is probably just like, I'm done with this, and I'm leaving the Marines. I don't know if he actually, and that's speculative as well because he lost. But like in my mind, I'm like, is he weaker though?
That
You
fight
know?
that fight was clearly
It was-
insane.
Yeah. It was
It made
like-
an island.
They-
Like,
it was
right?
they said 10
10 days,
days.
yeah.
They fought 10 days straight. Extreme diff to Akainu. And we don't know the thought process between anything. We don't know. And like if we're realistically, magma is a huge counter to ice.
Yeah.
Right. So like just the elemental battle, Akainu wins. Just elements alone. So that's what makes me think like Aokiji's hockey's probably stronger for him to be able to fight 10 days straight to a standstill to just barely lose at the end
At a disadvantage.
at
I
a
generally feel
disadvantage
like-
elementally.
Yeah.
I feel like Aokiji is probably stronger when it comes to hockey, but the elemental difference is night and day. Magma versus ice. We're not even talking about fire versus ice. Magma, the stronger form of fire, is like back and forth against the ice fruit. Hockey is the only difference here.
I generally feel like I think of Shikamaru when I think about Aokiji is like, this is a drag. I'm done with this. Like this is not worth it. The Marines are corrupt. And he might have heard more about like what's going on behind the scenes, and maybe he wanted to make changes for the better, but then he was like, nah, it's not worth this. And this is headcanon for sure.
I was gonna say, if you go based on literally just the results, I kind of won, which I kind of agree with you. I think it's like, I think Aokiji is like stronger with hockey, but like you can only overcome maybe so much if it's similar.
Well, if hockey,
It's like
if hockey
probably
transcends
slightly
it-
stronger hockey.
yeah, but
Like the elemental disadvantage
it's
is so
literally, like,
crazy.
the polar like opposite.
look
of
at
your
Punk
Devil
Hazard
Fruit.
though, it wasn't like there was more magma than
No,
ice. It
and
was
that's what-
very
I think that's what I
evenly
just-
split.
yeah,
That's
I
what
said
I'm
that
saying.
earlier.
Extreme, like to the highest degree, extreme
Yeah.
diff.
Akiji takes you out to the middle of the ocean on an ice path, breaks it off,
It's over, bro.
and you're on an island.
It's over.
Yeah. Couldn't
Like,
get me fools.
yeah.
He could have done that to kind of. What you gonna do? Magma? Go to melt to the bottom. What do you mean, melt the ice? Go to the bottom.
Yeah.
Bye.
You gotta
Thanks
get
for
him
coming.
out there, bro.
Oh, it'd be that hard.
Maybe Aokiji's IQ isn't like that. Maybe we were
You're
wrong.
just gonna
about that.
follow him out of the
I don't
ice?
think he's
what-
that smart.
That's what Shanks is
I don't think
for.
he's dumb.
I don't think he's dumb.
I think he's probably
He's not
pretty-
Kizaru dumb, but I think he's just like I said, Shikamaru. I don't care. Like Naruto, like Shikamaru, not Shippuden, where he's like, or not Shippuden. I was thinking Boruto. Where he's like, oh Naruto.
I think he wanted to make a difference in the world, saw that Garp was a hero, wanted to train under him, whatever. And then as he's like fighting for this fleet admiral position, maybe even before the fight, found out like from Sengoku what it really means
don't
to
want
be a
this
fleet
position,
admiral, because
yeah.
being a fleet admiral is like working directly under the 5 elders, and you're just assuming like they're pretty corrupt based on just the way the world works. And
I
it's like
think there's
that's
more to
what
it.
the position is. I think
That's what I'm trying to
potentially-
say.
This is potential. We don't know. This is pure speculation, but potentially
it's a theory, yeah.
he's like
That's what this podcast is
fighting
for, though.
because he wants it to change things from the inside, like Garp I think is doing. But then 10 days in, like maybe this is more corrupt than I thought it was. Maybe it'll be harder. Maybe it's not, like Titus saying, maybe it's not worth it to like become this position. Maybe he let his guard down for a second and lost a limb or whatever. We don't know.
Bro, if I'd have spent 10 days trying to talk and fight with a Kainu, I'd quit. Give me like 3 hours. That dude is
Right,
Well, because
bro.
maybe it wasn't even like I want this position. Maybe it was I don't want you to have it because I know how you are, and it's like we fight,
Could be that
we
too.
battle.
Yeah.
I don't really want this position, but you shouldn't have it because if this happens, then it could be like, well, you're favored, maybe the Gorosei, maybe you're this. Like, there's more context that's not even been given within the battle. We just know that it happened.
I mean, just knowing a kind of like character, he's willing to kill Marines
Kobe.
to accomplish his goal.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't care. He's like, I'll murder this little kid that's rising up just because I need to accomplish
in
my
my
goal.
way,
It's like,
yeah.
I don't care. I was given an order. I will murder whoever I have to, whether it be friend or foe, to accomplish that.
Okay.
That is not what you want as a
All right,
leader.
so I thought we should be able to we should pick people outside of ourselves. I pick
Okay,
for defense. I pick
yeah. I'd pick
for your off. I probably pick your offense.
let's go.
You
Let's
have
go.
you have Shanks, Luffy, and Garp. or-
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I pick you for offense.
I'd honestly crazy. I pick you for defense if we're doing 1-1 because you're countering every devil fruit with the like 3 of the strongest hockeys out there. So I feel like your defense against devil fruit users.
I
is
picked
strong.
this on a meme, so we're
Ah!
we're good.
I pick you for offense.
Other than like
because of the attacks that those guys can do. Departure, you got
Oh,
Galaxy
for sure.
Impact. Like those attacks are insane and they're hockey based. So like the damage it could do to a devil fruit and cancel out whatever devil fruit attacks coming at it. That's why I prefer. I for you, I go with attack. And honestly, you could be the defense win too. I might go because let's see, you have
Blackbeard,
Blackbeard,
Whitebeard,
Whitebeard,
Luffy.
and Luffy.
I pick you.
I would have to fully rely on
devil fruit
your
abilities.
ability to take away the devil fruit from other people. But then it's like, okay, well, I think with the mindset I have on Dragon, nah, I couldn't pick you for that. I couldn't pick you for it. Because all these people that are hockey people, I still think would like, okay, fine, use your cancel that devil fruit. I don't have one.
Austin,
Like-
Austin and Isaac for defense for sure for me. I think
I
those
think
two.
Blacker
are,
just stand next to me so that devil fruit people can't get near me.
But if his hockey's not strong enough,
No, I know. I'm not saying hockey. I'm just saying stand by me.
I'll pick Isaac for defense just because he does have 2 forms of it. He has 2 people that can do something.
I think in tandem their defense is crazy.
Yeah,
The rubberization of ice.
I'll give him
like,
that one.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
that's
I'll give you that
that's
one.
broken.
I feel like it is.
I'll give you
That's
broken. I'll
one.
give you that. Yeah.
That's what, but it's tough because it's like I would want to pick a Titus based on who I think a dragon is, but like I don't know for sure because at the end of the day, he might not be anything we think he is.
Right, but that's what this podcast is about: theories and belief and like what we think. If we all come back and find out we're wrong, that's fine because we might be. But if it's what you would think, you should go with that because we have it on our channel. Debates,
Dragon.
reviews, and theories. Oh,
Dragon's wearing a pocket protector, bro.
wow. Pocket protector.
He's sitting behind a desk.
What?
He's just ordering people around.
Yeah, see, Isaac. We can't have people like this, man.
Slander's insane.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So I'm not picking you for offense. Defense, I think I pick you because I think the hockey cancellation. You have 3 well-rounded hockey users. I think
And the
that's-
progression that
that's
Luffy
good.
had. We also forget
Yeah.
how fast Luffy progresses. It's insane.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Where Luffy's
Another thing with the D clan, it's like Garp was him. I would assume.
I think
Garp,
Whitebeard and
I,
Luffy
I,
have
would
good
I would
enough
for
hockey
Dragon
to
was like that too,
combat
and then
most of the rest
Luffy
of the
in 2
people.
years.
Maybe not Shanks.
Who?
And I said I think Whitebeard's and Luffy's hockey for me is enough to combat pretty much everybody, but maybe not
Yeah,
Shanks.
I think Shanks hockey is superior to Luffy.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, like, I
Is it
don't.
superior to Whitebeard is the question.
Yeah,
I think so too. Honestly,
I feel like it should be.
it should be. I'm just saying.
But
I don't think
But
they're at
just think
such a
about
massive
Shanks
disadvantage.
has seen Whitebeard from his like
This is prime.
Shank,
Whitebeard,
we're talking
too.
about remember in the prime, the
Yeah.
flashback. Shanks is like a kid watching Whitebeard and Roger go at it, right? And then he gets to a point where he clashes with Whitebeard. The amount of time he had to grow and develop and build that strength up to, I don't know. I just like I said, I'm going with that mindset of evolution, right?
They were able to
Things-
split the sky without actually using Ryu.
Yeah.
Simply just clashing swords, the pure strength to
Yeah.
do that is insane. So
He's
like,
got one arm.
yeah, and one arm. Like it's insane. Yeah.
And I think his unfazedness by anything and willingness to go. And he's like, I'm not playing this game. If you want to fight, we're gonna fight, and
that's
that's
the
it.
biggest strength I think Shanks has is he's not
Attack.
playing around like one. It's not a Goku. I'm gonna fight you and see how strong you can get. Like I'll start
It's like you're
weak.
done.
I'll get there. It's not like a Luffy where it's like he's playing around with you until like, oh wait, I have to do this to
Or
get stronger.
also like
It's
I
from
can't
the
do
jump.
anything until
Yeah.
I can.
It's from the jump. I'm taking every opponent super serious,
Which
no
you
matter
would
what.
want him on your offense because
That
it's like
is-
it's done for you
yeah.
right away. I'm not gonna play a game. It's like, man, I love that cat. I literally love Shanks. If like obviously we love the Straw Hat Crew more than anyone else, right? In One Piece, but like if I could like a character more than anyone in One Piece, it would be Shanks.
There wouldn't be a Straw Hat Crew without Shanks.
That's facts.
True. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So I guess between Titus and Austin, I just think the Devil Fruit offense with no counter except for hockey. When you have 2 strong hockey users and 1 questionable hockey user with Blackbeard, probably narratively should be strong. Based on narrative, like we would base Dragon, I feel like his hockey should be
Let's forget
it should be on par with Luffy. I feel like it 100% based on narrative because he's like the
White
polar
back.
opposite of Luffy.
Yeah.
Their hockey should be equal. So based on that, I feel like you should have 3 strong hockey users with broken Devil Fruits. So that's like it's like
But also, don't you think
It's
that the
hard.
Blackbeard's crew is so Devil Fruit prominent that he might
I mean, you could
not...
say that about most of the like Yonko's crews, though, too. I mean,
not
Kaido.
Shanks. Shanks is the exception.
No,
No,
none
of
of them are
course.
Devil Fruits on Shanks'.
Yeah, I'm not saying Shanks
Like-
specifically, but like Big Mom, like
Yeah.
Katakuri. I mean, obviously his hocky is still
Everyone on that crew pretty much.
But they have like sick
the,
Devil
but
Fruits.
the
and
reason,
like Kaido is
the way they
literally
got there is
the
different
Beast
than because
Pirates. Like,
Blackbeard's intention was to find people with strong Devil Fruits. I feel like and this might be his downfall, is he calculated that Devil Fruits were the supreme power.
It's
I think
very
this is
possible.
this is
It's very
this is
possible.
speculative thought, but I just
I'm just saying, I think that's kind of like
I think that's just flaw. That's what I'm saying.
there's a flaw.
I
It
don't
could
think
be,
that's a
but we
flaw.
don't. We also don't know.
No, we don't know.
his
We don't
crew,
know.
too.
We don't know. I'm just assuming.
I don't think so. Like I could see what Titus is saying because I don't think Blackbeard is like the final villain. I think
I
A lot of people do, but I
I
don't
think
think so either.
that the world government is
Gotta be right. The war.
I
Okay.
think I mean we don't know enough. I just think they're so
Assuming it's a war.
corrupt that I feel like whoever is at the top is the world is the final villain. So I could see it going that way, that direction where Blackbeard was Devil Fruit reliant and that was his downfall. But I could also see it to where it's like, okay, no, these are the 2. He could be the final villain. These are the 2
I mean, if
opposing-
he's the final villain, he has to obviously be.
2 opposing ideals where it's like freedom for all versus I'm going to take whatever I want for myself. Like that, I could see that being the final conflict and like his hockey being insane.
Yeah.
So it's like
If he was a final villain, I would give him hockey probably. But
if Blackbeard and Luffy's the final battle, then Blackbeard has to have crazy hockey. But to just wrap it up, I'm just gonna say I think defensively based, and not myself included, I think Kevin with the 3 like hockey dependent people except for Luffy plus Luffy's defense, it gives you a great defense. And offensively, I'd say Just based on what we know, I'm just gonna say that Austin has the strongest offense with the potential for like Dragon to be insane. Because if Dragon is like that, then it's Titus. But we just don't know.
Yes.
So that's me. That's my take.
Remember this moment in another like year or two when we figure out what Dragon is. Come on.
Well, remember this moment and be like, wow, Titus was 100% right because that's what's going to be. We all know Dragon.
Either way,
We all know.
100% right.
All right, so
100%
you picked that. No, 100% right for sure.
Yeah.
So I pick for offense, for defense, I'll pick Isaac because he has Luffy and Aokiji, and like the ice, even if it was negated by magma. What is it? I mean, magma and rubber. What is that going to do with hockey infused rubber? Like
That can bounce.
and
back
that can bounce
potentially.
back. Yeah, so like the things that he can do with that.
That's a
would be
crazy
insane.
concept. Rubber ice. Like what,
Yeah,
what does that even look like? What
Right.
does it even do?
Yeah, I
what
know.
does it even do?
Can it even melt?
Does it melt? Like
Yeah,
what does it do?
So I'll pick that for defense. And since I can't choose my own for offense, which I 100% would, because Dragon's clearly the strongest. Anyways, I will pick for offense Kevin because he has Garp
Let's go.
with the Galaxy Impact. He's got freaking Shanks with Divine Departure. I don't know what to say. Divine Departure. That man is broken.
I
The
picked
two
this
people he has, and plus he's got
640
Luffy,
episodes in. I
Gear
feel
5, end
good.
of story. Huh?
What did you say?
I said I picked this only 640 episodes in. I feel good.
No, man, you got Shanks,
You had a good
Garp,
list. You had a
and
good list.
Luffy, bro. You can't lose. The only pairing I think that's better would be if you switched out Garp with Dragon. So, like, literally what you have, and it's not like you're wrong with picking Garp. So you're not. So, like, Garp was on par with the King of the Pirates, who's the strongest in the verse, so, as far as like most of us are narratively concerned. So you have the ultimate team offensively and even defensively, like, with the Gear 5, like it wouldn't be bad, but I would give the edge sides because he has two people that can do defense. So
All right.
All right.
And
should
then
I Kev?
Austin.
Or Austin, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think Isaac defense pretty easily. Yeah, and probably Titus for offense, going based on Dragon being
We would
strong.
assume, yeah.
Yeah, going based on that assumption for sure.
Yeah.
If not,
We'll come back and roast me.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah, obviously,
yeah,
Kev. Yeah.
obviously,
I
because
think
I mean,
Austin uses observation hockey to see into the future.
He just knew. He's solid.
That's
He's
what I think
solid.
just happened.
He's
But,
solid. Observation
yeah.
hockey. All right, Kev, what you got?
All right. I'm probably gonna go with Isaac for defense, and
I
then
think, okay, based on what you guys are saying, I win because I'm gonna survive.
Based
Based on all your
So you're going out to
it's,
the middle.
it's strictly based on like if we just keep coming after you eventually.
Yeah.
I think it's probably
Yeah.
fail,
Well,
but,
the
like,
difference eventually, yeah, because eventually Luffy's gonna be like, oh, so you're just gonna only have
Yeah.
ice.
true.
Give us
Okay,
10
go
minutes,
ahead,
but
Kev,
go
sorry.
So probably you for defense, and then I'm gonna take Austin for offense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate Blackbeard, but I respect his ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
I think 2 Tremor for
Honestly, I just want to
It's
say,
so
You're
gross.
just
honestly,
cracking the whole
I just want to say,
I might have cracked the entire Earth, but I'm gonna survive.
you don't make it. Everyone else is just
Yeah,
gone.
it's-
Some Aaron Yeager type stuff. Okay. Anyways, I just want to say shout out to Austin for picking the right offense, and
crazy.
thank you guys for tuning in for this crazy whirlwind of an episode. We were all over the world today, but those are so much fun. And honestly, I think me and Isaac and you guys probably as well, we're so happy to actually be able to talk about One Piece for a long period of time. Because we haven't been able to do that. And hopefully we can do that with Naruto soon too. Because that was so much fun. My 2 favorite animes are those 2. So it's like it was great to sit there and talk about that for like over an hour. So let us know what you guys think, your pairings, if it's completely different than ours. If you wish we would have added different characters.
Yeah,
Obviously,
anybody
Mihawk
who-
fans are all gonna be tight.
Anyone who
But
can
like,
add,
yeah,
honestly,
let
for
us
sure.
know what you guys thought, who you're picking. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Make sure to tune in for the next episode, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh man.
That was a long one. I told you that would have gone for a long time, and it did. I was like,